Hey guys, how's it going? I am the ConflictNerd, hello and welcome to Hawken. So I'm doing something a little bit different today, something I haven't done in a very long time. This is a post-commentary. I'm not commentating as I play this, I'm commentating over the footage that I recorded earlier today. Now Hawken is a first-person mech shooter, and it's pretty good fun. Insanely good fun. I've been playing it with some guys from the network, I've been playing it myself. This footage that you're about to watch is me playing it myself, and it's pretty good. So today, I just want to introduce you to the game. I want to show you what it's all about, and show you the gameplay, and give you my opinion on it, because I'm going to be doing some more of this in the future. There's some ideas floating about between myself and some guys. I have some ideas myself, and I've been wanting to play a first-person shooter properly and really get into it and be good at it for a long time. So this is my mech, the Nerd Mark 1. Now, this originally looked a bit like a cross between a microwave and an old school Valve-based TV with a windscreen wiper on the front of it. Now it looks a bit more like something for Borderlands. There you can see what the original looked like down in the bottom left there where the mouse cursor is. That's what it originally looked like. I bought some stuff. I bought some of the in-game currency, the stuff that you actually buy, and I purchased better stuff because I didn't want to look like a dodgy television or something like that. What we're going to be doing today is playing a team deathmatch, because that is the first mode that you will find yourself playing when you first go into Hawken. It basically makes you play a team deathmatch, and then if you follow the way the game wants you to, you'll play the various modes through and through right up until deathmatch, and then you're given free reign over what you actually want to do yourself. So here we are in the game, and at first glance, my god is it good looking. Now you might not be seeing just how good it looks, because I had to record this in a step down from 1080p in windowed mode because the game will not work with dual monitors running, and with my recording setup I need the two monitors running to make sure things are working, so this had to be done in windowed mode. It's like 1600 by something and something. You're going to be watching this in 720p on YouTube, but I can assure you this game looks outstandingly good. And do you want to know what the kicker is? And this is something I'm noticing about so many games recently. So many games, they look phenomenally good. Like Hawken, like PlanetSide 2. Do you want to know what those two games have in common? They are both free to play. That's kind of amazing. In fact, that is just outstandingly amazing. This game is gorgeous, and it plays like a dream. It plays the way you would expect it to play, and it's free. I'm just amazed that we're at this point in the gaming industry where we're finding games that look AAA and they look so heavily polished, and they maybe even are AAA, and where in the past you'd be paying, you know, $60 or £40 or even upwards of that for the experience of playing the game, you can now get it with so many for free. And to be honest, this is something that I want to talk about someday in proper depth, because I think we're seeing a change in the gaming industry, and it's games like Hawken and PlanetSide that are very good prime examples of this change. But anyway, into the gameplay. It is very interesting. There's a really interesting mix of mechs that you can get in this game. The one I'm using is kind of your mid-range, most customizable, generic mech. It might not look like it, but it is. You've got your smaller, lighter, quicker mechs that do less damage but are nimble, fly about, and are generally like little pricks flying through the sky. And you've got your big, heavy tank mechs that you'll be able to see in this video. It kills me plenty of times. It is a giant fat fuck of a mech. That is the best way to describe it. It is a big fat fucker, you know, and that is something that I want to try. Currently, I use this one because I put some money into getting parts for it, making it look better, and I'm upgrading it, and it's a nice level, and I'm happy with where it is. But at some stage, say when I get this mech to level 30, or whatever the leveling thing does, I will switch out to another mech and have a go with that. But that's something that I really enjoy. This game plays differently based on what kind of mech you have. And then each individual mech, you know, you can have the same type of mech as someone else. You know, I technically have the same type of mech as plenty of other people in this game that you're watching right now. There is someone who has the default model for this mech, but mine is optimized differently. You know, there are skill trees for your mechs, and mine is probably optimized differently to theirs. So it's a really interesting thing, and it reminds me a lot of another free-to-play game that just doesn't look like free-to-play, Warframe. Warframe is quite similar in that sense, because there are loads of different Warframes that you can play as, and then you customize it yourself to make it look a bit different and play a bit differently. And that's something that you do in Hawken. You customize your mech to make it your own, and make it fit the way that you want to play the game, and I think that is fantastic, and I'm pretty sure you just saw me kill that giant fat fucker of a mech. But that is something I really enjoy about this game, the fact that you play it your way. Well, you play it your way to a point. It's heavily team-based. And, you know, in the first portion of footage here, my team is not doing amazingly well. You know, I get my ass handed to me time and time again. My teammates get their asses handed to them time and time again. But in the second half of this game, something just sparked. And I don't know what the hell it was, but we started working as a team. And that is when Hawken really, really excels as a game and as an experience. When you're working with, be it strangers or be it friends, when you're working with them as a team, this game just excels and is so much fun. Because you dominate. You know, you feel on top of the world. And I know that sounds a bit weird, but you do. Because you're getting the most out of your experience. You are good and better at this game when you're working with people than if you're working alone. Yes, some of the bigger and tankier mechs will dominate alone, but as you've seen, they're not invincible. You know, if I go one-on-one with a big tanky mech, it will probably kill me, because it can take more damage and probably deal a bit more damage, but it's a hell of a lot slower. And more often than not, to take down a mech like that, you need to be working as a team. And I won't criticize the game for that, but something I would like to see is a system that I'm most familiar with in Halo 3. And it was basically customize the type of people that you want to play with. And that's basically, you know, are they talkative? Are they quiet? Are they team players? Are they lone wolves? I don't know of any other game that has the system. I'm sure that there are games out there. I don't know if any other Halo game even had the system, but I know Halo 3 had it where you could do that. Some of the search criteria were basically, do you want to play with people who work as a team and are talkative, or do you want to work with lone rangers and silent bastards? That's something I think Hawken needs, because the game really excels with proper team play, and it lets itself down when there isn't team play going on. You get frustrated, you get annoyed, you actually get bored, and that's sort of currently my only criticism of the game. The fact that you get bored when you're not playing as a team is not great, because it seems that there are the same amount of people that want to play as a team that don't want to play as a team. And that's a big problem. You know, the game doesn't really give you any incentive to work as a team. I understand that something like Team Deathmatch implies it, but I haven't seen any game just have it where the players naturally work as a team in something like Team Deathmatch since, say, Call of Duty 3 online. That game excelled in it. I understand PlanetSide does, but you still get Lone Rangers in that. Call of Duty 3 is the last game I played that truly, well and truly had full team-based play, and that was a game where you could be a Lone Ranger. That was a game where you could go off on your own and do what you wanted because it didn't matter. Because there wasn't any ranking, there wasn't any competitive side to that, it was just silly fun, and you could do pretty well as a Lone Ranger, but most people played as a team. I think Hawken needs some system where, one, you can filter the type of players that you're encountering, and two, it encourages you to work as a team. Be that, you know, bonus XP for being in a certain proximity to a teammate when you get a kill or he gets a kill, more for assists, blah blah blah. Be it incentives like that, or be it, you know, little messages that say, you know, be it like a proper tutorial that says, hey, you would be better playing with other people and actually sticking together and moving as a unit, as opposed to going off on your own. Because if you go off on your own, the chances are you're gonna get your ass kicked. And I don't know. You know, maybe I'm just being a bit bitter, maybe I just suck, but that's honestly my opinion on things. Overall, should you play Hawken? Yes, you should. If your PC can do it, you should play it, because it's so much fun. It's a fantastic game. You will love it. If you love shooters, you will love Hawken. If you love mechs, you will love Hawken. If you want to get psyched up to go see Pacific Rim, you will love Hawken. Plus, it sounds a bit like Christopher Walken. So, you know, if you want to go and do his voice whilst playing Hawken, go do that too. Anyway, folks, this has been pretty much my thoughts on Hawken, my first experiences and impressions with Hawken, and some gameplay to boot. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more stuff like this, then let me know. Post-coms are always fun to do, and I can get my thoughts out of it easier, so maybe these will have to be a thing with stuff like Hawken. We'll see what happens. Anyway, folks, I've been the Conflict Nerd, this has been Hawken, and I will see you next time.